Hey, you crazy cats. It's day 206 of a screenwriter's journey, and I was right in the middle yesterday of talking about when me or any writer, including yourself, should give away sort of the truth about who is bad and who is good. Now, some movies, you know from the outset who's good and who's bad. I'm just thinking of movies I've made in the past. The key, I mean, there wasn't really well, the antagonist was the mom. Um, Darth Vader, you knew from the outset was bad. A movie like Back to the Future is interesting because Biff obviously is the antagonist, but he's sort of the bad guy, but he's kind of a creep and whatever. And then, you've got war movies where it might be the whole opposing country or side or fighting force are the bad guys, and you know that all along. So I would say, you typically know, just thinking of other movies, you typically know pretty early on they establish who are the good guys and who are the bad guys. And I don't know, because I would have to read the whole script through once I'm done writing it, which I hope to be someday, of this script. And I would have to get some objectivity. More likely I'll have some people read it and let me know if they think early on if it's obvious that Rachel is the bad person. And so do I sort of want to fake people out of not really knowing? And in this, so I'm still, I don't know about struggling with that. I'm thinking about it, debating about it, whether what she hears, what Lexi hears from her mom, if she's taking it at face value and believing it, it makes her out to be the victim right along with Lexi. And, she did this, she got tricked by Holly. So the question is, will the audience believe that for a minute? And you could put Lexi is sort of the audience, Jake kind of is too, because he's taking this all in. And then on the other hand, you have Holly, who is not interacting at all with Rachel until the very end. And so then you would say, well, she doesn't have a chance to be faked out because I guess depending what version of the script I go with, I don't know. I'm backtracking on myself. Does Holly know that Rachel is bad? I mean, even she's talked to her. She takes her up, to see her. There's the kidnapping or the abduction or whatever you want to call it. She doesn't know for sure. And so what I had is a little bit maybe convoluted in that I was really caught up in how Rachel was going to contact Holly. And then if Rachel didn't take Holly's phone, but her gun was mysteriously gone, wouldn't that be kind of interesting? Why leave her phone and not take her gun if she's really bad? But you can make all sorts of arguments. And maybe I overthought that whole thing of, if Rachel has instructed the two guys to tie her up, depending how good of a job they do, how long would she be in there? If even if she's tied up for 2 or 3 hours, by the time she gets untied, Holly or Rachel is going to be long gone. Lexi and her dad are going to be long gone on the plane. So you could make the argument that, well, why would she even bother taking her phone and or her gun away? But then it might look like the lazy criminal who makes a stupid mistake, and then the audience is like, oh, well, that wasn't very smart. So that's one question that I don't think I've worked out as I am writing this on February 24th. So yeah, that's kind of that whole thing is an ongoing debate of how believable it is that Lexi would believe what her mom's talking about. Now, in this version, points over. So this, oh gosh, I am just cringing as I read this, because the idea was that Jake and Lexi are staging this whole thing so Rachel will think that Jake is a big creep and will kind of leave him there and not even consider taking him along. And I don't know that she would, other than leverage, like she has said when they were back at the Eagle Creek Escape cabin. So the idea is that they didn't dream up. They came up with this whole thing, and this is just, oh, it is. This is called bearing your soft white underbelly. There's a YouTube channel I think called that, and so yeah, this is just bad. I don't know how long I kept this scene in here. The idea, of course, being that Jake is trying to distance himself from Lexi, and this is a plan that they've hatched to get Rachel not really to hurt either one of them, and maybe take Lexi, but not Jake, or not think that he poses any threat because he ostensibly doesn't like Lexi, or they've had some kind of fight or something. Right. And so, and by extension, Lexi is trying to put distance between her and Holly. So I don't know if that's working, but I do know that this day has come to a painless end. Thanks for sticking with me. See ya. Bye.